You freaking idiots. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about something I feel needs to be talked about. The reviews that I told you that I was going to make are still coming. Hopefully Last of Us Part 2 should be coming up and being uploaded shortly after this. Ghost of Tsushima is being worked on. I know I haven't completely finished the game yet. I've got a lot of thoughts about it, and I still want to try and shoot a really great sketch to go along with it, so I apologize for that one not being done yet either. It is coming, I swear it is. And there are some other videos that I'd like to get done, but I need to get this video out. This one's very important to me. We need to talk about something that was announced here just last week. Control, a game done by Remedy Entertainment. Actually a game that was on my top 10 best list last year. A game I still highly recommend. It is got a few bugs and glitches still. There's some performance issues here and there, but for the most part, it's a game that's got a lot of heart, and it's got a great, overall story. I mean, sometimes the story can be lacking in places, but overall, the lore and some of the characters that are inside the game are really good. Combat is fantastic. It's a great game, and showed that Remedy still has a lot left in the tank, especially after the disappointing Quantum Break. I know what they were trying to go for with the game, but obviously it was a bit of a letdown overall. And so Control was a really nice step in the right direction for them. And it was announced last week with their Awe expansion, which is supposed to actually kind of circle in and bring in Alan Wake into the franchise, which is really cool, and I actually really like that idea. It was also announced that they were going to make an Ultimate Edition, which, okay, fine. It's not a big deal, right? Wrong. It's a big deal. And here's why. For whatever reason, it was announced with the Ultimate Edition that for whatever reason, when Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 are released, that for whatever reason, your old Control game from a year ago, just about a year ago, I think it came out at the beginning of August, will not actually have backwards, well, it has backwards compatibility, but will not have an upgrade. It won't have like upgraded textures or graphics or frame rate, any of that. The only way you get that, and there is one, is with the Ultimate Edition. The Ultimate Edition that for whatever reason is literally the same fucking game and 2 expansions as if you bought the game and the expansion separate. That's it. There's nothing different about it. There's none of the PlayStation content. There's none of the, pre-order bonus stuff. There's none of that extra stuff that's added into that grouping. Okay? And so, obviously, the internet was on fucking fire about it. And rightfully so. The Ultimate Edition is retailing at $40. So, basically, the upgrade patch that is being offered for free by multiple companies and publishers, 505 Games and maybe Remedy Entertainment. I'm pretty sure it's just 505 Games, but because I don't know, we're gonna say also Remedy Entertainment has the big fucking honking balls to go ahead and charge basically $40 for an upgrade patch in what they call the Ultimate Edition, which isn't even the Ultimate Edition. It's not all the missing content. There's no new content. There's none of that. It's just what you already have, but give me $40 if you want an upgraded patch. Now, the internet went ahead and jumped all over them for that. There were multiple videos done by Young Ye. There was Skill Up. There was, all kinds of people. Jim Sterling did one too. Everybody did one, so I didn't feel like I needed to add anything to it, okay? I didn't. But now I'm adding something to it because now I'm really pissed off. Because today, after I get off of work, after like an 8.5-hour shift, they posted their fucking explanation, and it was garbage. I'm sorry, it was. Our game is a year old, and this and that, and yada yada yada. Look, I feel for Remedy, because maybe Remedy doesn't have the extra money to do it. Or maybe Remedy does have the extra money, but 505 Games is like, no, you're not going to fucking do it, and we're not going to look at the bad guy here, so tell everybody you can't do it. But their explanation is lame. Because The Witcher 3 went ahead and did an upgrade patch to the Xbox One X like 2 years, 3 years after it was fucking originally released. So it'd be like, well, you know, the game came out like a year ago, so to do an upgrade patch, it's hard to do. We can't do it. There's too many obstacles in the way, and it's full of fucking bullshit. And I'm actually kind of fucking mad because, you know, I understand, like I said, I understand with 505 Games, I'm sure 505 Games is holding them at gunpoint. And the main reason why is because when it comes to, you know, when it comes to these decisions that are made, you know, and this is something that I had to stick up for with Metro, Exodus, and 4A Games last year. There's a video I've got, I'll be right here, and I'll link it down below, that I had to stick up for 4A Games because 4A Games is getting beaten over the fucking head by gamers alike because of a decision their publisher, Deep Silver, and what is it, Coke Media or Koch Media or whatever, how do you fucking pronounce that one, they decided to make. And there's actually funny because while digging into this story more and trying to find out the information about, you know, how it all, you know, the deal with 505 Games and other shit, to find out that actually, you know, and that maybe that's a video, or that's, you know, I don't know if it'll be a video or if it'll be an article that I wind up writing, but it turns out like the sister studio wound up making a deal just recently here, like the last week or two, with 4A Games, so that way they can get funding to make another AAA game or whatever that isn't Metro. Distance itself from Deep Silver and, you know, and Koch Media saying that was their decision, which was weird. I didn't even realize that they even fucking said that. And I didn't initially put it in that video that I made. But decisions like that are usually made by the publisher, and the developer is the one who gets punished for it, even though the developer has nothing to do with it. And here, I feel for Remedy Entertainment because they sold out their game, basically. It's their IP, but they can't sell it in any format. They can't publish it in any format for 20 fucking years, and they sold that for $8 million. Or, well, just under $8 million. I think it was like $7.75 million, something like that. It's an interesting thing. I'll actually maybe link that too, so you can check that out. It's an interesting little, you know, tidbit or whatever. So I get that they're beholden to 505 Games. And like I said, I'm sure 505 Games is the one making this decision, just like they made the fucking PlayStation 4 only content decision too, just to rake in a few extra fucking dollars. Okay? So I feel for them. But this response, they have to know this response is bullshit. And then obviously they're telling half-truths or just flat-out lies that they can't do it, that there's just too many fucking obstacles. And I guess this video is not just to yell at them about that, and yell at 505 Games too, by the way, but also because I want to make sure I warn the people that do listen to me, that do want my opinion, that ask me, hey, should I pick this up or should I check this out? You know, listen to my opinion on this, but hear me out that, yes, don't go buy this. If you already have purchased Control and you've already purchased the expansions, do not buy this game. Do not buy Ultimate Edition. And it's not even so much because you might go ahead and get a patch, or they might fucking come through with something. No, fuck them. It doesn't matter if they are or they aren't. Just don't do it, because it's bad. It's bad consumer practice. Like I said, when EA Games and Activision look like the fucking good guys, then it means that there's a problem. And if you go out and you already own the base game, and you already own the fucking expansions, to go out and buy this fucking Ultimate Edition is only going to keep fucking us more. And it's going to show EA and Activision, all those other fucking greedy assholes, that, oh, you know what, I guess it's okay. They like paying for $40 for a fucking upgrade. A visual texture, you know, performance upgrade for a game that had performance issues, but we were able to overlook them. Now it's hard to overlook them when you do this kind of shit. You do know that, right? And like I said, when there are a multitude of games that are getting love and treatment, Xbox is working with, you know, hundreds of games, or at least that's according to them. I believe them for the most part, because they've been working their ass off with Game Pass, and their asses off with, you know, with all their old titles and shit, and bringing them up to be backwards, not only backwards compatible, but also upgraded with the Xbox One X, and now with the Xbox Series X. With all that shit going on, you cannot fucking tell me that you don't have the fucking tools to make this happen. My fucking ass cheeks. You're telling me that the PC version and the Xbox, you know, One X and the PlayStation 4 Pro versions are the exact same fucking game and that you literally have to start from the ground up. Really? My ass cheeks. I'm not a developer. I will throw you out that. I'm not a developer. I don't know everything. But I do know when something sounds like bullshit. Okay? And this sounds like bullshit. This whole fucking thing. Read it. Tell me it doesn't sound like bullshit. You can't. Not even the fucking people that wrote it could tell me that it doesn't sound a little like bullshit. Look, like I said, I get it. You know, you might have your fucking hands tied, and I can at least understand. Like I said, I wasn't going to make a video because there was enough dogpiling on as it was. And that, like I said, there are already people yelling at fucking Remedy, even though I'm sure it was a 505 Games decision. But Remedy, you know, whether it was at the behest of 505 Games or just because they're tired of getting beaten about the head and shoulders by everybody, decided to come out here and put themselves in the limelight. Now I have to say something because this is obnoxious. This is so dumb. You know, like I said, for a game that I actually really enjoyed, and believe it or not, I guess the other reason why I'm pissed off too is because when I originally reviewed it, I borrowed it. I went ahead and I rented it from a local rental store. Believe it or not, they still exist. Blockbuster wasn't the only one, and there was one that's still surviving even in 2020. And you know, and I rented out a lot of games last year. There was a lot of games I rented out. Games I gave high reviews to, games I gave low reviews to. They helped me out and they helped me save a lot of money, especially since the channel doesn't make money. It doesn't. I'm having to pay everything out of my pocket, and you know, it's not like I'm bringing anything in with my videos. I'm doing this because I love talking about games. And I love talking about, you know, movies and TV shows, and that's why I do this. And so I just fucking finally bought it, now that I'm making, you know, a bit more money, and I got, you know, a little bit extra coin in my pocket. And I was like, you know what, the second DLC's coming out, they're going to be announcing it really soon and talking about it. So right before the reveal, I bought the game at GameStop, I think, because I had a $5 gift certificate or whatever, and I bought it, you know, new for like 20 or 25 bucks or whatever, and had it shipped to my house. And the day that it got to my fucking house, they announced the fucking Ultimate Edition, and I'm so pissed off that I fucking bought this shit. Then I'm like, what the fuck is this shit, dude? I spent more on the original fucking game and the separate DLCs than I would on the Ultimate Edition. But that's the point. The whole point is to sit there and make you feel like, well, I need to get it. But like I said, it's really just, it's $40 to get an upgrade patch, to have the game play differently, even though that upgrade patch should work even on the old copies of the fucking game. And the fact that they're really holding it off and saying, well, we just don't have the technology, there's going to be something that blocks it. What? Or what are you talking about? What obstacles? What is it that you're talking about? Break it down for us who are like 7-year-olds and don't understand game development. What the fuck are you talking about? Because every other fucking developer and publisher has figured it out, but you haven't. So either you are locking yourselves away and not talking to another fucking single goddamn colleague to figure this out, or you're fucking lying about it, and I don't know which one's worse. And like I said, I was very supportive, I still fucking am, of Remedy Entertainment, because I think they are a good studio and I think they've got a lot of talented fucking people there. Which is why it's so fucking upsetting to see them post this, as if that's not gonna fan the fucking flames. Like I said, everybody is lighting up their comment sections on Facebook, on Twitter, and everywhere else going, what are you talking about? And it needs to be held to task, because like I said, if we let them fucking get away with this bullshit and sell us another, you know, an upgrade patch for $40 fucking dollars, what do you think EA and Activision are gonna do? What do you think some of these other studios, or these other publishers, I should say, are gonna do? And I think that's the other big thing. The second thing that I really wanted to touch on is that, like I said, make sure when you have your ire on these decisions. Like, don't get me wrong, there are development issues. There are, you know, decisions made in the fucking rooms, these think tanks or whatever, when it comes to making these games, that are bad design decisions, okay? Those are a thing. And then yes, you know, I wouldn't say yell at the developers, but be like, hey, maybe that wasn't a good idea. And give constructive, positive feedback. But this doesn't smell of a development decision. This smells of a publisher decision. And the developer is just trying to save its ass ass at this point because the publisher has left it out to fucking dry. So make sure that you point your ire at the right people. If you don't like the fact that you're being sold an upgrade patch for $40 fucking dollars, go yell at 505 Games. You know? And obviously, you know, talk to Remedy about it. Maybe if it is something that they really are struggling to figure it out, talk to them about it. Reach out to them. Be like, hey, you know, I get that it's hard, but I'd really fucking appreciate it if you did this. I'd really appreciate it if you did that. You know, I've even seen people try to fucking justify it, say, well, you know, I'd be willing to at least spend $5, you know, if that's what you needed. But that's the fucking problem. Like I said, when every other group is fucking being like, we're gonna do it for free. We'll do it for fucking free for you. For some of the games that have come out earlier this year, some of them that did come out last year, a lot of games are getting fucking free upgrade patches. That, hey, we're gonna make this upgrade for free. I mean, even like I think Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Warzone are getting updated for free. That game came out last year too. That game came out 2 months after your game did. Now I get that they're a bigger studio, and I get that they have the Activision fucking dollars rating on them, but they were still able to figure out, even though they can't figure out. They can't figure out how to fucking compress their fucking files. They figured it out. There's obviously something missing here. And I felt like it needed to be brought to your attention. And I'm letting, you know, Remedy and 505 Games for sure know they're on fucking notice with me. You know, you did something good. You guys put out a good product. And I was more than willing to pay for the DLC. I still am. I mean, I still want to play through it. But for love of fuck, I'm not paying $40 for the fucking Ultimate Edition. I am not. Not after I bought the fucking DLC and I fucking bought the fucking game. I can't fucking just ship it back. Now when the USPS is on fucking fire thanks to fucking Trump and his idiot goons. You guys are on fucking notice with me. And so is anybody else that tries this shit. Okay? I don't got a lot of fucking time to be making a million videos to fucking call you out on your bullshit. But at this point, I fucking will.